This is the iQOO 15, and this year, it's not just faster, it's packing a massive 7000 mAh battery, there's wireless charging support, and iQOO's even thrown in a Periscope camera. All this while still staying in the same price bracket. But first, let's unbox it. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and let's get started. This is the box the iQOO 15 comes in, and once again I've got my hands on a base 12 to 56 variant. Now opening up the box, the first thing you see is the iQOO 15. This here's the white. iQOO also offers this phone in black and green. There's also a marble-esque version that looks monochrome from the back but turns red when light hits it. Looks pretty sweet if you ask me. Barring this, iQOO's even offering a couple of 10th anniversary special editions. Anyways, coming back to the unboxing, we have a white soft case, a leaflet, a USB Type-C to Type-C cable with white accents, a 100-watt Vivo flash charger, and oh, almost forgot, here's the SIM tool. Now when I first saw the iQOO 15, I thought it looked very similar to the iQOO 13. But then again, when I actually looked closer, I noticed iQOO's made quite a few changes this year, and most of them I found very positive. Like, take this glass back for example. It's not glossy anymore. iQOO's instead chosen to go with a frosted matte finish here, and even the frame, it's sandblasted aluminum, so the back, the frame, they're both pretty resistant to fingerprints. On the other hand, the iQOO 15 is now flat on both sides, meaning no more 3D curve to this back. It still has rounded edges and curved corners, but overall I'd say the iQOO 15 is slightly less ergonomic than its predecessor. Now the dimensions haven't really changed, they're very similar, though the phone is slightly heavier. But there is good reason for that. We now have a whopping 7000 mAh silicon carbon battery on the inside. And while the charging speeds have gotten a little slower, 100 watts instead of 120 watts, I didn't really mind it. As the iQOO 15, it now supports 40-watt wireless charging as well as reverse wireless charging, and I felt the trade-off was worth it. The fingerprint scanner is still ultrasonic and placed quite conveniently. You still get an IP68, IP69 rating for ingress protection. The Type-C port is still USB 3.2 Gen 1. I feel the iQOO 15's built quite well and it does feel premium in hand. Now, this camera array, there's actually a change here too. If you look at it, you'd notice it's slightly smaller now, and that's because iQOO's moved that LED ring from inside the camera array to underneath it. Now the optics themselves, they haven't changed all that much. We still get the same Sony IMX921, a 50 megapixel 1x1.56 inch sensor paired with an optically stabilized f1.88 lens as the primary. Just like last year, it fares well with stills even under low light, but is definitely a rung below camera-focused flagships. The ultrawide also remains unchanged, 50 megapixel Samsung JN1, but this time we actually get a Periscope telephoto. This is Sony's IMX882, a 50 megapixel 1x1.95 inch sensor. It is larger than the sensor on the iQOO 13, and this is also paired with an optically stabilized lens, a 65mm equivalent periscope this time, so you do get access to good optical zoom. Now the selfie camera has also been slightly refreshed. The field of view is a little wider and the lens a little faster. Now of course, the big upgrade for this phone this time around is what's around that selfie camera. This 6.85 inch display, it's a new AMOLED panel from Samsung. It's got a 2K resolution, meaning a pixel density of over 500 pixels per inch. Everything is very crisp on the screen. It's also got a 144Hz refresh with LTPO support, so the refresh rate can be varied as per requirement. Now this triple combo of 2K, 144Hz and LTPO, you don't even see that with most flagships. And it's not just that, iQOO's gone ahead and removed the polarization layer on this panel, so it's brighter and better visible outdoors. And if you tend to use your phone with your coolers on, this is definitely something you're gonna appreciate. Now under low light, in case you're sensitive to OLED flicker, there's 2160Hz PWM dimming. So overall guys, this is a high quality display, and iQOO paired it with a couple of solid stereo speakers. So regardless of if you're watching movies or playing games, the audiovisual experience is top notch. Talking about gaming, that brings us to the next major upgrade, the SoC. The iQOO 15 is one of the first phones to launch with Qualcomm's latest flagship SoC, the 8 Elite Gen 5. And you know, that means insane benchmark numbers. Now iQOO's also included their own Q3 chip to help with super resolution and frame interpolation, meaning the iQOO 15 should be able to run most games very well. That said, when stressed, it did lose a little over 40% of its performance peak, which these days is not all that uncommon, and while the phone did run warm, it never got hot. The temps did stay under 45 degrees, even during and after stress tests. From a user experience perspective, the iQOO 15 is another phone that's going to be going global with Origin OS 6, built atop Android 16. Now this is a welcome change. I'm not going to delve into Origin OS 6 here since we've seen it on other phones, but to keep it short, it feels more refined than FunTouch OS in general. And here on the iQOO 15 in particular, it feels very responsive, snappy, very quick. Now the iQOO 15 starts at 4199 RMB in China, which if you look at it, is 5% more expensive than what the iQOO 13 launched at last year. Now this should give you a rough estimate of what the iQOO 15 should be priced at in your market. Take the iQOO 13's price, add 5% to it. That should more or less be what it gets priced at. Now personally, I would have loved to see iQOO not pump the base price up. That said, there's also a bump up in performance, improved aesthetics, the 15% increase in battery capacity, and the addition of quality of life improvements like wireless charging support and even a Periscope camera. Given all this, I can't help but be happy about this little package iQOO's put together. I feel it still offers excellent value. But what about you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Ash out.